G'day all. What I've got here is a 4-inch dephlegmator, or the beginnings of one. What it was originally was my thumper keg, my first thumper keg from way back. It was too small, so I've replaced it with a one that's about a third of the size of my kettle. So just neck the top off that. I might even turn that guy and pull the ferrule out of there and turn this guy into a sight glass or something, a bubble cap or something later on. But the rest of it is going to become a dephlegmator, 4-inch size dephlegmator. I won't go into making this because I've already done a bit on the 2-inch one, and they're just the same, except the parts are slightly bigger. I've made the core for this one quite long. Usually dephlegmators are about half that size. What they are is basically a giant heat exchanger. I've made this one a bit of a giant one so that I've potentially got more control over what's going on. But again, it's an experiment. So ferrules, one of them I recycled the ferrule off the thumper. Got through those now, and some nuts for the inlet, outlet, and for the thermometer on the front of it. I'll solder that up now and show you once it's done. Prior to soldering, what I've done is roughed up this guy and toothed the stainless ferrule. Same with this one here, and ran some steel wool around the top of the copper, and on the inside as well, so there's plenty of tooth and on those surfaces, and they're clean, very, very clean. So what I've got here now is the case for the dephlegmator. I've drilled my holes for my inlet and my outlet, and also for my thermometer. It's got a rain shield on top of it there that would slot into there. So all that remains now is to start soldering this stuff together. The way that I've drilled the holes is pretty important. You want your water inlets to come in between the pipes in your core, and also the way I work it is I have my water come in from one side and out from the other side at the top. Other thing with the thermometer is that you want that to screw in kind of between two of the holes. That shield is there to stop condensate that's formed in the pipes when it's cooling, running back down and splashing over the thermometer sensor, which would potentially give you very, very clean. So what I've got here now is the case for the dephlegmator. I've drilled my holes for my inlet and my outlet, and also for my thermometer. It's got a rain shield on top of it there that would slot into there. So all that remains now is to start soldering this stuff together. The way that I've drilled the holes is pretty important. You want your water inlets to come in between the pipes in your core, and also the way I work it is I have my water come in from one side and out from the other side at the top. Other thing with the thermometer is that you want that to screw in kind of between two of the holes. That shield is there to stop condensate that's formed in the pipes when it's cooling running back down. And here's the thing finished, pretty much preliminary finished. I had a screw up with my memory card being full, I didn't realise, so there's a bit of a jump here. There's the thermometer mounted into the well at the bottom for the thermometer. There's the outlet for the hot water, inlet for the cold water. I standardised the nut sizes for all of this stuff. Top of it in there, and see the rain cover under there, the thermometer probe sticking through it, and the vents, or the pipes and the baffles in the background there. What I need to do now is take this home and stick it in my vinegar bucket overnight. Just clean everything out, and then come in and give it a good polish with a wheel. Tickle it like that. Just let the vinegar soak in and get any gunk and discoloured stuff and remnants of flux out of there. And we'll need a cleaning run at some point with hot water and vinegar over it. Maybe you just can boil it in a container or something. I'll sort something out anyway. It needs properly defluxing and cleaning up. But that's it done. The 4-inch dephlegmator. Again, this is quite a long core in there. It's quite a long distance, but they're basically just a giant heat exchanger. A lot of the ones I've seen are much shorter. I figure if I've got more contact area, it'll give me a finer control over the temperature change in there. Things to think about if you're building one of these is the order in which you solder things together. For a 4-inch tube, it takes a lot of heat into this to start getting it to the point where you can silver solder. I was using MAP gas, and it's very, very slow. If you had an oxyacetylene kit, your ferrules would, and your whole pipe basically would heat up a lot faster. You've got to put the heat into the pipe before you can start doing something localized. Now the ferrules take a lot of heat in themselves to get them up to temperature, so you want to do at least one of those first, then slot your core assembly inside and start taking care of that. And then basically start with the things that need the most heat first and work your way back from there. The last thing obviously being these little nuts and the thermometer well. With my video with the 2-inch one, I was actually quite worried about that because the whole thing is a lot finer than this again, a lot smaller and more delicate. And I ended up running the water jacket while I was doing soldering and parts of it, just to alleviate any worries I had about the baffles melting in for the 2-inch one. But this is a bit more woody, it's so much bigger, but yeah, it requires so much more heat. Oh, other thing too, rain shield in there if you're going to put one in. Make sure you've got a very slight downward angle. So it's canted back slightly. We want any condensation or something hitting the top of it to run back and run off. It's shielded around the sides, but you don't want any liquid that hits it and condenses running down forward into the thermometer probe and it running back off and draining. Oh, and it makes life easier if you work out where your height of your thermometer sits, so that your thermometer can actually be populated in here while the thing's sitting on the ground. With my 2-inch one, I didn't have much choice. The ferrule finishes about here, but if I was remaking that again now, I would make the 2-inch, the column of the 2-inch dephlegmator a bit longer, just so it can sit on the ground like that and the thermometer's safe. So there we are.